King Charles has discussed the need to make refugees more welcome at a charity event with Sir Michael Palin. The Monty Python star spoke to the King yesterday evening at a humanitarian reception held at Buckingham Palace, and Palin told reporters he asked what I was doing and was talking about refugees, actually, and the refugee problem, and trying to find a way of absorbing refugees into the country and using their talents. And this is something I totally agree. Anne Widdecombe now joins us to reflect on this, former Home Office Minister. And is King Charles right that we should be more welcoming to refugees?
I think the King should be very, very careful about getting embroiled in this one. There is no doubt that if somebody is a genuine refugee and is given settlement here, that of course we should be welcoming. But that is very different against the background that we're now talking about, when we've got the small boats coming in day after day, illegal immigration at an all-time record, huge pressure on local authorities, the expenses of hotels and all the rest of it. Perhaps he should pick his words more carefully. This is the King. This is not the Prince of Wales. It's the King. And I think he should be a lot more careful about what he says.
It's a dilemma for royals, isn't it, Anne? They can either sit there and do nothing and be called freeloaders, but if they become active, they're told to stay out of politics. Where should they strike the balance? Do you think Elizabeth II got the balance right?
Well, exactly. I mean, that's what I was about to say. You know, if you want to look at balance, you look at the late Queen, who never put a foot wrong. And she didn't go head first into controversies. Now, what she said to prime ministers in those Tuesday sessions, I don't know. But she was very, very careful about not getting the monarchy embroiled in politics. And I recommend that approach to the King. I'm a great admirer of the King. I'm a great admirer of Queen Camilla. But he does need now to understand that he is no longer the Prince of Wales. He's got to be very careful what he says.
What about his son, the Prince of Wales, Prince William, in regards to climate change? He seems to have picked up the baton from his father and he seems to be doing Charles's bidding. Is this an unwise move for our future king?
I think it's a very, very unwise move. We're already beginning to see things unravel a bit. The Prime Minister has put back the targets for net zero. People aren't at all happy at having to have new boilers and cars that are of doubtful efficiency. And there's a huge question mark now arising as people are actually impacted by it, rather than climate change being some theory in the background to which everybody could sign up.
Yeah.
I just think Prince William needs to be careful.
And if you were Home Secretary, how would you be handling the marches this weekend?
Very straightforwardly, there wouldn't be any marches this weekend because I take the Reform UK line, which is, and the government have had time to do it. They've had time to do it. We should introduce a law that says that on Armistice Day and on Remembrance Sunday, if they are separate, as they quite often are, on those 2 days, there should be no marches in support of anything at all in central London, not even the causes that I believe in, no marches in favour of anything at all, because the only show in town should be the honouring of the dead and the honouring of veterans. That should be all that those days actually mean. It's not asking much. There are 365 days in the year, and people can demonstrate on 363 of them, but could they leave Armistice Day and Remembrance Sunday alone?
And I look forward to catching up with you on Remembrance Sunday at exactly 10:15. That's Mark Dolan tonight. So thank you, Anne.